this was not on my bingo card today. But let's see if you agree.
I can't believe a prophet who's 400 pounds.
Not the baby back ribs.
No, I can't believe a prophet who's 400 pounds. It doesn't work that way. Because if you're that overweight and you're trying to prophesy, when have you put away your plate to hear from God?
Not,
I've never said that, but
Lord? Okay.
it's the truth, and it's an addiction that needs to be dealt with.
It's an addiction.
But even if you're gifted, like I don't know if I can trust your voice if you're always eating. If you're a massive muscle preacher and you're walking around because you took steroids, because a lot of these preachers on stage take steroids.
It's a strong word.
Yeah, it's the truth though, and they're massive in muscle. I know what it takes to build muscle. It takes a lot of food. And so when do you have time to fast? When are you hearing God?
Ooh.
So, and a little 4-hour fast and 6-hour fast, that ain't cutting it. Not if you really want to receive something. Sorry.
Well then,
Okay,
y'all
so-
heard.
Now, I used to be fat. I am fat. I probably will always be fat. So I think I can talk on this topic. Now, I'm not saying that he's right or wrong, but I want you to follow me for a second. I honestly do not think that the church talks about health enough and the wealth that comes with a healthy body. Now, I'm not talking about when the preacher is talking about health and then in between services, there's fried chicken, sweet potatoes, mac and cheese, heavily buttered green beans, cornbread, and a sweet tea on the side. I'm talking like living it and walking it. Now, I grew up in Baptist in Kojic, and I really can't remember not one sermon that talked about keeping your body healthy. Now, when my family and I went to a non-denominational church, shout out to Word of Faith Christian Center, they talked about it at least like twice a month. And we also had people in the church that were really big on nutrition. They specialized in, got degrees in it. So they would have certain events where people could go to and kind of learn more about health. But I really do not see that in church often. It's not a denomination thing. It's just a church thing in general. And I think that's kind of what he's like kind of talking about. Now, I ain't going to talk about nobody prophet being over 400 pounds. To me, it's all about the fruit that comes from your tree. So even if 400 pounds doesn't mean that you can't hear from God. But all I'm saying is I think we should talk about it a little bit more. Because we're having praise breaks every Sunday. And we're coming back to church the next Sunday 5 pounds heavier. Because I was one of those people. I didn't watch what I was eating. I didn't care about how many bags of potato chips I had. Because if I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. But I also had to learn that gluttony is a sin as well. And I think all of us as a collective should take our health more seriously. But listen, I don't know that much. But what I do know, please don't irk me.